What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
And a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
BlueNote fan report. It is here. The St. Louis Blues are playing in the Winter Classic. Sorry, it sounds kind of weird in my ears today. I don't know. I maybe messed something up. Who knows? I'll figure it out later. I got my birthday jersey. I'm wearing a Cairo. Yes, that's right. I'm wearing a Cairo today. Hopefully he goes on it. This is my first Cairo jersey. I got my my special signed Robert Thomas jersey that I won in St. Louis, and I'm excited. I hope you're excited. The one person, thank you to the one person that's watching me. I'm not sure who's watching me, but thank you very, very much. Watching over on YouTube. Say hi. Unless you're my hater that watches me. Oh, my goodness. Well, the game was supposed to start in about a half hour, but due to the weather, it's been pushed back about a half hour. Now I have two people watching. Aaron Niles. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Thank you. No, I'm not so lonely. How you doing, buddy? So the game starts in about an hour, a little under an hour, about 52 minutes. The weather is not great. It is raining a little bit. It may start snowing by the third period. Wouldn't that be perfect? This could be a really, really good game, right? I'm looking forward to the style of play, and I'll tell you what. I'm hoping that someone plows Bedard, right? If and I know it happened over a year ago, just over a year ago, but this is the perfect time to get back at him for that bullshit Michigan goal in St. Louis. Somebody just, when he's got the puck, when he's coming behind the net, just plow him. I don't care if you get a 5-minute for charging. Just plow him. Just knock him into next week. Right? I'm with you, Kevin, buddy. I'm with you, man. You're supposed to say, I'm just watching the BlueNote fan report while I wait. But that's okay. Oh, my goodness. I want to say a huge thank you. I don't think, and here's the bad part. I don't know who we got that would do it. I don't know who we got that's big enough to do it, right? The only one that I think could do it and has the cojones to do it would be Torpachenko, right? That's the one that I think could do it. Michael Edwards, thank you. Hey, man, yesterday was my 56th birthday. Yeah, that would be funny. I don't know if Maroon can punch down that far or if Walker could punch up that high, right? Finishing the wings. Slapshot is not the best movie. Oh, I'm sorry. Walker would that would be funny as hell, man. I think I'd be laughing at that fight more than anything else. I really would. I hope everyone had a wonderful holidays. I had a good birthday yesterday, which is surprising. Normally I don't. Oh, have you seen the video out there with oh, it's so freaking funny with Marshawn. I wish I could find it. I wish I could find it. I don't have it. Maybe if someone's got it and they can message it to me and I'll play it. Marshawn took a puck in the nuts. Or no, a stick. Took a stick in the nuts. And while he was on the ice, someone shot a puck into his ass. Oh, it couldn't have happened to a nicer jackass. With this game, normally I pull up my, the stats and all that. Today, none of that matters. I'm being dead serious. Today, none of that other stuff matters. None of the, this guy's on a streak, that guy's on a streak, or, what the records are. None of that matters today. It really doesn't. The thing is that what matters today is this is a showcase event. And you have to, sorry, I'm watching, I got the pregame show on from TNT, which I normally don't like watching. I don't think they're very funny. I think Biz Nasty is an idiot. I have no respect for him at all, but that's just me. Rain in the snow with wind. It's old school pond hockey. Yeah. That's what that's why the game's been moved back about a half hour. For the way the weather's looking, but yeah, it by the third period, it could be snow. We could have a snow globe game, right? Like I said, none of this stuff matters. It's probably, I think it's Bennington versus Mrazek. I've been having a rough time with my thought processes and finding stuff like that. You got to forgive me a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here. No. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, okay. Now I know what I'm trying to figure out. God, I hope not. I mean, I could, okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Yeah. Saad, Thomas, and Bushnevich. I do not like that at all. Holloway, Shin, and Kairu. Okay. Neighbors, Sunquist, and Bolduc. Okay, man, I don't like these lines at all. Fowler, I like the defense. Fowler, Pareko, Bennington in the main net. The last game. So let's go back to the game on the 29th against Buffalo, right? A lot of people looked at that as that should have been a win. Well, Buffalo was on a 2-game win streak after losing 13. So Buffalo's not a bad team. They're a team kind of like the Blues, trying to figure out their identity. And they've got some locker room / front office issues that they're dealing with. But I don't look at that. Kevin, I do not freaking know, bud. I can't tell you unless it's trying to showcase him for a trade or he played in Chicago for a long time. This I don't want to say league dictated, but I would think the league might have put a what do you call it? hey man, wouldn't it be nice if you did this even just for a start? So I could see that possibly changing like really quick. Pin and kill is what ruined it on Sunday. They didn't play bad. They only gave up one power play goal, right? One of three. So they gave up one power play goal. So I don't know if the penalty kill per se, it was the power play that went 0 for 4 that killed it, Aaron. I think 1 for 3, that's not bad, okay? That I can get that. You know what, Chris? It's just what I was saying. I do too. I have a feeling that that's exactly what it is. I believe that's exactly what it is. So it is Bennington versus Mrazek. I'm looking to see. Usually, Matt DeFranks will post the lineups from the other team, but I haven't seen it yet. Buffalo was 2 for 3. Let me go back and look. I thought it was 1 for 3. I think one of them happened at the end. It just ended, right? The power play had just ended, right? Let me go look. Game summary. It was. Oh, no, you were right. It was 2 for 3. I apologize. For some reason, I thought it was 1 for 3. Please forgive me. I was wrong. I thought one had just ended. I had seen something else, but I know the Blues went 0 for 4. Right? And I think that the giving up the 2 for 3 is probably not the greatest thing. But, to me, they didn't play bad. Right? They actually played pretty good. It was just that mistakes ended up in the back of the net. And when that happens, you run into problems. I honestly thought that game was going to go into overtime. After Walker scored, I thought it was going to go into overtime. I was really shocked that it didn't. So that's kind of the way I'll stay with it. Let's see, get back here. So I was wrong. I apologize. I thought they shot well too. I did. I really did. Sorry I didn't do the game. I just kind of, I struggle with this time of year. I really do. And, I really, even knowing how important big this game is, I struggled coming on today. Right? Last few shows really haven't had the viewership that I would hope. And, I don't expect viewership. I know viewership is way down and it weighs on me. That's not on you guys, the ones that are watching. I appreciate you, but it is what it is. And it's what I got to deal with. So please bear with me. I love all you guys, right? I love all you guys. I miss you, right? I miss being in St. Louis. I wish I could be at the game, but I'm not. I'm here, right? And it is what it is, and we'll go from there. Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time with that for a while. Oh, no, I thought you were talking about on the ice. No, I didn't see it either. I really didn't pay attention. Oh, I got to tell you, John Hamm with his jersey. Wendy went out there and he rated, these jerseys. He said that this was the worst of the jerseys that a winter class, and it's not. Okay, and he called what the Blackhawks are wearing perfection. Close. My problem is the Indian head, and I'm always going to have a problem with that. Right? And that's just me. I get it if you don't. That's fine. You are more than welcome to have your opinion on how you see things. I get it. My issue with that logo is the way they try and justify it. And it doesn't work for me. And it's just me, right? I was at the game, so it was bittersweet. Every time I buy a new freaking hat at a game, the Blues lose. I'm now done buying new hats at games. That's why, see, game days, I don't buy anything until after the game. Or I go to the store on off days. And I actually like going to the store on an off day better because it's not crowded and you can really, really look around, right? And you get better help then. So that's just how I do it. But that's me. I want to thank all you guys for watching me today. Appreciate it. Michael Edwards, Aaron Nevels, thank you. Yeah, I seen that, man. The Blues Warriors were well supported last night at the House of Blues. God, I wish I could have been there for that. Oh, I wish I could have been there for that. Kelly Chase really set it up for those guys. I hate going to the store and game days. I've gone in there, but I usually go in and come right back out. You know, for me, I don't know. I don't like, so that's where the store is. That used to be something else. Does anybody remember what that used to be? What used to be where that is? Right? I wonder if anybody remembers what that used to be. Right? Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. What is where the store is? What did that used to be? Right? I ran against John Hamm once in high school at a cross-country meet. Back when Scott traded, could have sworn the team shop was to the left when you walk in. It was. You're right. It was not where it is now. In fact, where the Budweiser, not the bar over there by the escalator, that's where the team shop used to be. Right? No, you're right. You're right, Aaron. But where the store is now, it used to be something else. I have some connection to where it used to be. We can talk about it later, but hold on, when Shin's on, I want to kind of listen to this. You are correct. It was the BlueNote Club, right? If you had tickets in the first 4 rows, I think it was, you could go in early and, eat and drink and all that. I had tickets there a couple of times. When it first opened as Kiel Center, my wife got me tickets on like right behind God, I can't remember exactly where we were. We were really close, like right off a corner, really, really close. And we got to go in there. And I remember a guy asking me, do you think the number 16 will ever hang in the rafters because of the way he left? And this was probably, this had to be 96, 97, right? Somewhere around there shortly after he left, or maybe. And I said, absolutely, it's going to happen. I knew it would. And it just surprised me how long it took. The ownership there kind of messed some things up, and that is what it is. But we got good ownership now. For the first time in Blues history, I think they have good ownership. And I know that sounds bad when you look at. I think we've had 7 or 8 owners. But when it comes down to it, I mean, the Solomons were good, were okay, but they weren't in it to win it, okay? It was all about the money for them, and they didn't understand that, and they ended up having to sell the team. But the fact that we have an owner that understands everything. I mean, there's some stuff I don't like about what things that ownership does, but for the most part, I think that we have a good owner that's really cares about the city and understands things about the city. Right? Let me see something here. It's it's going to be hard for me to find this because it was back in like in October. And I got to go through a whole bunch of got to go through a bunch of stuff. I don't. Yeah, I'm looking for something here, and you got to just give me a little bit. It's going to take me a little bit to find it. I'm excited for the game. I'm excited for everything that's going down. You know, hopefully this is you know what the team needs, and this is, to me, this is the part of the year where you know the old saying, shit or get off the pot. That's it. That's it right here. You either shit or get off the pot at this point. And I'm of the impression that this team could do that. That they could, you know, finally put it all together. I think Montgomery might be getting close to, yeah, he's had enough time to make that happen. The team is playing better offensively. They are playing better offensively. Their defense is better because they're playing better offensively. There's still mistakes happening, but you know what? Mistakes are going to happen. What it all comes down to now is just trying to keep those mistakes out of the back of the net. And that seems to be one of the biggest issues. It's just, if you make a mistake, keep it out of the back of the net. Now, the other thing, and I've seen and heard this, Bennington has played well. He has played, and I said this last year, he played better than his numbers. I think he's playing much better than his numbers, right? I mean, a lot better than his numbers. And, you know, I really, of all the goals he's given up, I'd say less than 5% are goals that were like on him, that he was a soft goal, right? I'm still looking for my thing, so I can't see your comments. I'll get to them when I find what I'm looking for. All right. No. I'm almost there. I'm getting there. I know you hate me. I know you freaking hate me. So that's okay. Is this it? I'm getting there. Getting there. That's not, that's closer. There it is. Found what I was looking for. Go back. Here we go. I found it. I know. How y'all doing? We're getting there. I was looking for something. I wanted to show it to you. There we go. 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 Here you go. This is me with Tom Stillman. I got to meet him twice, about 6 years apart. The first time I met him was on Stanley Cup Finals Game 3. And that is this picture here. Was an absolute thrill to meet him at that. I was super excited. And then I got to meet him at the rally this year, the opening rally. And, you know, he told me I look a lot younger in the other picture. Him, saying him, not me. You know, he was really, really good guy. And I appreciated him. And he did. And the funny thing was, when I said I had met him at the fan, he says, yeah, I thought I recognized you. So it was really cool. Really fun to see and hear that. And Thank you for letting me do that for a second. Oh, I love it, Kevin. I love it. I wish I had some too. Right? He is awesome. He's a good owner, and he's the kind of owner we needed. I think it was changed in 18. Now it's the Jack Daniels bar. Yeah, that's where the store used to. Where the store is now, it was the BlueNote Club. Where the Jack Daniels bar is now, that's where the store was. It's finally changed. You went in and to the left. Where the ticket gate is now, that's where the door to it was by the elevator over there. So they've. Oh yeah, that would have been cool, Kevin. Well, thank you there, my shipmate Ricky Poole. I appreciate you checking in. Thank you, and Happy New Year's to you too, brother. Greatly appreciate it. You know, Ricky, I'll say this. I hope Ricky's still listening. Ricky is one of those guys. I remember him a little bit, not a great, but Ricky is one of those shipmates that personifies the word shipmate. You know, we served almost 35 years ago, right? 1990, 91, 92, 93 era. And, you know, as far as Ricky's concerned, we could have served yesterday. And that type of guy is what service is all about. And I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much, Ricky. Thank you. You know, and I like I said earlier, you know, the numbers for this game don't matter. They don't matter one freaking bit. This game, it's all separate. It's completely, it's completely different. The stuff that you would think matter doesn't. And this is going to be a game where you got to get to your game fast, right? There is the one good thing for the Blues in this game is that a lot of these players have played in this before. Whereas I don't think a lot of the Blackhawks have played in this before. Right? Because they've had such a huge turnover. I don't think they have that many that have played in it before. And that, you know, that the initial shock and all of that comes to it might go away, right? No, I did not notice that, my friend. I think that you're going to see, if the Blues are smart, they make sure that they start with guys that have played in it before, and it knocks that, you know, and they have a chance to score early and really take the crowd out of it. But it's going to be closer to a 50-50 crowd than the Blackhawks would like, right? At the 17 Winter Classic, it was probably, from what I can remember, because I wasn't there and I saw it on TV, but it felt like it was probably 70-30, maybe 65-35, because you're going to get both fans at a game like this, right? I have a feeling that for the Blues, that it's going to be a lot closer to 50-50 than Chicago would like, right? Even with this type of event. And the NHL, this is This is the end for. This is their breakout for Bedard, right? This is the breakout for Bedard, and Bedard's having an off season. You know, who could have predicted that? Who could have said that Bedard probably wasn't what everybody thought he was? I don't know who would have predicted that, because just everybody said that he was the greatest thing since Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid. You know, nobody said that he was going to be a bust, or he couldn't, you know, be that serviceable player, not as great as everybody think. Nobody, right? I don't know who. Come on, if that didn't make you laugh, I don't know what. If that didn't make you laugh, just go away and don't come back, because I'm never going to make you laugh again. I got to turn that into a reel. I got to go back tomorrow and look at this show and take that little section of it and turn it into a reel. Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at this year going, this is who I think he is. That his size is finally going to catch up with him. And we'll see. I don't know, but this is kind of how I feel about it. I think that his size is eventually going to catch up with him. But we'll you know, it's all gonna. Time will tell. But I know Wayne wasn't going to laugh at that. He might have. Wayne might have laughed at that. And Wayne, it's good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while. It is absolutely good to see you. Thank you so much. Still has 32 points. Okay, fair enough, but I don't know. It's just how I feel. Winnie's at the game. Right? Wendy's at the game from what I know. Okay, well, if Wayne did like it, it was funny. So thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. So he didn't run away. Wayne Hunter, Jeremy Lay, Michael Edwards, Aaron Nils. Thank you. Puck dropped. Cam Fowler's 1,000th game in the Winter Classic. I don't think anybody's had a milestone game in the Winter Classic before. All right? I don't think so. And maybe if it was a milestone game, it was a light, like 100 or 200s or something like that. But to have it be your 1,000th, and that's a milestone game, right? That's like, that's a pinnacle. Take your glasses off during an interview, jackass. Show some respect. I'm sorry, that I don't like. And I would have said that of any player. You better make it quick, JJ. You only got about 20 minutes. Make it fast. You don't want to miss puck drop, my friend. I'm sorry, Wayne, but that was wrong right there. Right? Our rivalry goes way back, even before we became a team. Right? When the St. Louis Blues exist because and I can't remember what their last name, because the owners of Chicago were such I don't even know what the right word to look for. Stingy or greedy is probably the better word. Right. that has a lot to do with it, right? I mean, basically, we have a team because they had a building in St. Louis they owned that they wanted to get rid of, and told the NHL, "Yep, either you make them a team or we're going to leave the league." Right, and force the family to take a building that wasn't ready and stuff like that. So there's some things there. God, why can't I remember their last name now? Oh man, I cannot remember their last name. The Wirtz, yeah, Wirtz, Dollar Bill Wirtz. Okay, right, you're right. The Wirtz family. It was their greed that created the St. Louis Blues, right? And the fact that Blues fans hate them as much as they do, I get it. Hi, rolling, rawhide, ka-ching. Miss you guys, love you guys. We're about 20 minutes away from puck drop, something like that. They haven't put the clock up on it here in a little while. Yeah, I just want to see what's gonna. I really that this game is a strong game for us. We need to come out strong, and we need to do something. We need to be the guys. We need to be the guys. You're fine, William. Don't worry about it, man. Actually, I saw that post, and I don't like it at all. Right? I think that if you were going to do that, I would do it in Champaign. And the problem with Champaign is it's a little too close to Chicago for that to be considered like Blues territory. I right now, I think the next Winter Classic that the Blues are in should be the Blues and the Avalanche at either Tiger Stadium or the Arrowhead, right? That's where I think it should be. Erickson says Blues win 4-2. I could see that. Thank you, Erickson. I hope the game goes like the panel is asking for. 7-6, 6-5 would be. I don't think so. The ice is not going to be good enough for a high-scoring game. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Unless the weather changes and the ice strengthens up, right? The rain makes the ice weaker. It slows the puck down, and that's going to be a lot of it, right? Yeah, I've seen that commercial. We need to make a statement. I'm not so sure about that. This is the statement we're going to make is in the next 5 to 6 games. If we can go on a 6-game win streak against bottom tier teams, then yeah. No, I don't. I think that I think that it should be either in Arrowhead or in I doubt it, man. I thought bad ice made it harder to score goals. Right? The problem is that rivalry doesn't really, as long as they're in the East and you only see them twice a year, or, once in your building, the rivalry's gone, right? There's nothing there. And that's the problem with the playoffs that people don't understand, right? Yeah, and that's going to make it even worse. If you remember the very first game that was in the snow globe, nobody could score, right? In fact, they had such a hard time moving the puck. Crosby picked it up on a stick and bounced it along so it could get down in the ice, right? Yes, Arrowhead's in Kansas City, which is in Missouri, and a lot of people in Kansas City consider themselves Blues fans, and it's also about halfway between St. Louis and Denver, right? So that's why I think Arrowhead. I lost my train of thought. All these people that want this 1v8, 1v8, 2v7 and all that, they don't get it. They don't understand it. First of all, right, the argument for that is, and this is an argument that holds zero. This is an argument that is a sieve. It does not hold water. And in fact, it's not just a regular sieve. It's one of them big hole sieves that spaghetti goes through, right? You lose a contender in the first round when you do the 2v3s. You lose a contender in the first round almost every single freaking year, no matter what system you use. How many times, at least once, if not twice or more, has a low seed or wild card won the cup? It happens consistently. In 2019, the year the Blues won the cup, how many number one seeds made it to the second round? I asked this question about 2 weeks ago, and nobody knew. How many first round seeds made it to the second round? The answer shocks people. Are you there? Am I talking to myself? God, I wish Lance was around, but I think Lance might have gone in the game. And I miss Ashley. I know she's got a lot going on in her life right now, but I do miss Ashley. She keeps me, helps keep me steady. Tad Dieterman says, rain everywhere, but not a drop to drink. I got my Coke. And my blown out tooth. Yep, I'll do the whole show. I will probably do this whole show. Right? Looks like we're getting ready to start the game or do introductions. So we're coming. Wendy said that this was, of all the winter class, I like the guitar theme from Us a lot better. A lot better. Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, no, and you know what? When it was in St. Louis, it was biased towards St. Louis. I got no problem with that. Got no problem with that. It is what it is when you do a national. Tad, that would be wrong. Right? I like our jerseys. Right? How many number one seeds made it to the second round the year the Blues won the Stanley Cup? Right? How many number one seeds made it to the second round the year the Blues won the Stanley Cup? The argument about the 1v8, and this is why I feel it holds, it's a sieve, it's a colander, it holds no water, it holds no spaghetti, and the majority of people don't understand where most of the rivalries came from. Right? Aaron, that would be wrong. I saw a little of it. I haven't seen a lot. There's been some. They had John Hamm on there for a little bit, right? They had John Hamm on there. Yes, none. All four number one seeds lost in the first round, and Tampa Bay, the overwhelming Stanley Cup choice favorite, got swept in the first round. The President's Trophy winner. Swept. Bye-bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. None of them made it to the first round. Second round, pardon me. This 1v8, 1v16 holds no water. None. Most of the rivalries that you have today come out of the mid 80s to early 90s playoffs before the current expansion. Well, you got Darren Pang, and he's going to do the same thing. I do see Wendy's right. I do like the brown gloves. I do like the brown gloves. I wish the Blues would have went with the white glove. Not really paying attention to that there, Don, to be honest with you, buddy. You have, I mean, you're one of my best friends, but you and me see things on opposite ends of the spectrum sometimes. And I love it about us. Right? Well, I'm going to be quiet a little bit while they're doing the pregame ceremonies. I'll agree with this one. You do have a Navy base 50 miles away. Blues. I will say that sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Give me a moment. There is one Chicago tradition that I do not like, and I have never liked it. And it's during the national anthem, they cheer very, very loudly. Now, if they only did it in their building, I would probably be okay with it. But when they travel, they do it where they travel. And it is at that point disrespectful. And it's not for me. Right? Not for me. I get it is them. Oh, wow. The Thunderbirds are getting destroyed today, 7-0. Wow, I hope that's not indicative of us. Kevin Whitney, Tad Dieterman, Roland Sparks, Erson Krieger, Wayne Harder, Jeremy Lay, Michael Edwards, and Aaron Nels. Thank you. I always hear blues at the end of the anthem. That's all I hear. God, I hate commercials. No politics here, my friends. Please, no politics. I didn't need that. Right? You kind of threw me for a bad loop there, John. And I love you, man, but just please, no politics. I don't have a problem with it. I honestly don't. Right? I don't. Right? And you got it, Kevin. You got to remember, I'm a 20-year service member. Right? Question for you. Here we go. Before the game, I have 4 or 5 different hats I could wear today. I'm going to let you guys pick my hat. I have my Desert Storm veteran, Gulf War veteran, my USS Mobile Bay, and then I have 2 separate Blues Navy hats, and I'll show you those. You pick which one of those 5 hats you want me to wear. Give me a second. Actually, I have a 6th one, but... Oh, well, I probably did this way too late, but it just kind of dawned on me. There's one hat. There's another hat. And then there's my 3rd Blues Navy hat. Then my 3 military hats, and I got a 4th one, but I'm not going to bring it out. I might. All right, and then I have this one. I'll wear one of those hats for you. Desert Storm one. I got a Blues Navy and a Desert Storm. It just says veteran. It doesn't say Navy, but it says veteran. It's the one I wear when I drive. And you said the Navy Blues one. Unfortunately, I have 2 of them. Well, I have 3 of them. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, unless I think maybe you're talking about this one over here. But there we go. Oh, I like that, Shocky. I do like that. Black military hat. This one? There we go. How's that? We'll do that for now. We'll do that for now. I can switch them up for you. Oh, they're saying the ice is good. That's good. Here we go. Puck drop. Sister JJ made it back. Cam Fowler plays in his 1000s. Oh, nice. Oh, Busch. He just missed a tip in. Really good opening shift for the Blues. Penalty. I screwed that up. I said 15 minutes before the first penalty. It took me take 5. Oh, well, here we go. Hi, Al. Very, very good opening for the Blues. Yeah, you're getting some of that heat. You're getting some of that heat. Power play goal! Cam Fowler in his 1000th game. He is settling in perfectly with St. Louis as he gets the opening goal. Oh, what a shot. don't think if he didn't create the screen, that was a beautiful shot. I wouldn't have picked him. Very, very good start for the Blues. Remember what I said during the pregame? Did I not call this? Have guys out there that have been in this before. So do you take away all the stuff that goes with it? You take that away, and you just get into the game. That's exactly what I said, and that's what the Blues did. Fuck, guy's not as stupid as everybody says he is. First, see, I thought someone had it outdoors, but he's the first one. Way to go, Fowler. The ice, there's some issues with the ice. Watch how guys are skating and moving around. I just saw it with Kyrou having an issue. Oh, nice takeaway. Nice takeaway. Hey, Aaron. I don't think Maroon's played in an outdoor game before. Or has Mrazek? Mrazek has, yes. I think Mrazek has. Oh, nice little move there. Very nice. Well, I appreciate that. When we score, well, we already got one, bud. I thought you were back home. He's listening to me while we're through the store. Oh, you are dedicated there, Sister JJ. I appreciate you, man. John, you are fast becoming a very, very good friend. And I always want to say that, man, from the bottom of my heart. And we first met 2 years ago yesterday. 2 years ago yesterday is when we first met. And you are fast becoming one of my better friends, one of my best friends. And I appreciate that, sir. I still have those slippers. I still wear them. I still wear them. I just want you to know that. Right? Oh, we got another penalty. Hooking. There we go. Keep it. Ah, they finally get it. Another power play. Holding. I thought it was oh, no, that's a hold. Oh, wow. Absolutely. Absolutely a holding. Absolutely a holding. No, just John, I just want to say it, man. You're really becoming, a great friend. And thank you. Yeah. Not your favorite penalty. I know what your favorite penalty is. Yeah, that was a good one, man. He drew a great hold. Yeah, you know what, what is Chris Shockey's favorite penalty? Anybody know? I know. Do you? What is Shockey's favorite penalty? That's on my score. 6-2. You're close, Sister JJ. What is his favorite penalty? That's where he wants to go when he gets his favorite penalty. Come on, Shockey. Where is it? Come on, guys. Somebody give me Shockey's. Oh! Excuse me. Did not mean to do that in you. Matlow. Hello, Matlow. Chris Shockey's favorite penalty is hooking. He's a hooker. He's a hooker. I can't believe you guys didn't get that. Oh my goodness, I suck. Thank you, Gabe and Kevin Whitney. Thank you. That answer your question? That answer your question there? Oh, Ian Curry. I might steal you. Neighbors was the other one I thought about getting. Neighbors was the other one I thought about getting. Kairu's really starting to. Kairu is flourishing under Montgomery. go. Power play goal from Kyrou. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Backdoor feed. Backdoor feed. Oh, yeah. 2 for 2 on the power play. Woohoo. Oh, what a backdoor feed. To think how many times we've had that used against us on a power play and for us to finally get one. Very nicely done, guys. Very nicely done. His 5th point in the Winter Classic. I'm actually watching. I can't refresh. I'm watching TV. This is on TNT. So there's nothing I can do. It's what I'm getting from TNT from my cable provider. Right? They've got a good power PK. I don't know how good it is. I'd have to look. I can tell you here in a second. I don't think it's that good, is it? No, it is. Yeah. 3rd overall in the NHL, and at home it's 2nd at 90%. Right? There is nothing I can do about if I'm behind, and I know I'm a little behind, but there's nothing I can do about it. The Blues have got to take advantage of the Blackhawks here. For the next 10 minutes, they need one more goal, right? Because once in the second period, the Blackhawks are going to settle down, and the moment is going to be gone. You know, they're going to be able to just play hockey. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, Wayne, I'm seeing that. You know, I said during the pregame that St. Louis had more players that have like played in an outdoor or an inter-winter classic, and that you needed to put those guys on the ice, and because they're not going to be overtaken by the moment, and they're going to get to the game quicker, and that's what happened, and it actually still looks like that way. Now, do I think that the Blues on a whole are better than the Blackhawks? Absolutely, I do. But in a situation like this, I said it at the beginning, the numbers don't matter. The numbers don't matter. And I mean that. So the fact that, St. Louis is coming out and firing away early is good, and what they need to continue to do. Because come second period, the moment drops away. Blues are the better hockey club, and they really are flying all over the. Jim Montgomery is really changing He has absolutely changed how this team plays, and he's gave him confidence. Oh man, they got sticks everywhere. Oh, nice play, Holloway. That's their second shot of the game. They've gone almost 10 minutes without a shot. Yeah. And you know what? It's not, I mean, you say the D's playing better, but is it as much the D's playing better or is it the offense keeping the puck in the other zone? Right? And that's what a lot of it is. Well, I wasn't talking about record, Aaron. I was talking about quality of players, you know. I think top to bottom, we have the better players. Shine that dome, Monty. Oh, that jacket that he's wearing? Remember, Wendy showed the jacket that they were going to, and was like $4,500. The one Montgomery's wearing is $1,000. I would pay that. If I had an extra grand, I would buy that jacket. I don't live in an area where I need that jacket, but if I did, I would buy that jacket. I like it. The one that the Blackhawks are wearing, Wendy told me, was $4,500. Right? 700. I seen somewhere where they were a grand. They were a grand today, right? On Matt DeFranks put him on. I do too. I do wish we would have gone with like white gloves. It's their summer right now, though. Dum-dums. Maroon's going to the box. No, Boberg is. I don't know why. No, Maroon is. Right? No, Boberg is? Why? I don't understand that. Okay, yeah, I get it now. I see it now. Could, yeah. Shorty. Oh, off the post. Oh, that could have just put this game. That could have closed this game out in the first period. What a penalty kill so far. Wow. God, they have. Oh, that was a mistake. Ouch! Damn. Oh wow! See, this is what I talked about with the Buffalo game, making it happen. The mistake ended up in the back of the net, and that's just what happened there. That was a mistake on a clear that ended up in the back of the net. Oh, I don't know who it was that tried to clear that. Oh wow! And I didn't start Hall either. Right? Who was that? I couldn't see who it was. Walker. Walker makes a mistake. Oh, that sucked. But hey, you know, we're still controlling the game. Gave up a goal and a power play point today because I didn't start Hall. I just, oh, well. He's done it before. You know, Aaron, he's done that before. Yeah, you might have been right. It looks like I was wrong on this one. Dum dum, give me gum gum, right? Dum dum, give me gum gum. You knew dum dum, you give me gum gum. Dum dum, give me gum gum. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Isn't Chance the Rapper the guy that did the Saturday Night Live skit where he got made a reporter and did the "Let's do that hockey" thing? Wasn't that him? I want to think it was. Chicago's got some momentum. Got to take it away. Oh, nice save. Wow, what a save. Nope. Denied. Making the save you're not supposed to make. Oh, what a save. What a save. Making the stops you're not supposed to make. That is the sign of a goalie. That is the sign of an all-world goalie. You make the stops you're not supposed to make. Got to take this momentum away. Take the momentum away. Oh, that puck's loose. Jones tipped it, so no icing. Dun 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 no 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 no. Offside. Yeah, but those muffins are the ones that sneak by goaltenders because you don't know where it's going. Oh, nobody helped him up. I love it. Not one blue even gave. Just look at him. Nah. Yeah, I love it. Uh, Oh, get sod off this top line, please. Get sod off the top line. Oh, that was almost an own goal there. Get sod off this line. Get sod off this line. Yeah, I don't want to say it was all Hawks, but they took some control. That was a legitimate shot on goal there. It got there before the buzzer. Big game. I think Cairo needs to be on that line. Yeah, because they got to go up steps. They got to put the skate protectors on. You know, I good first period for the Blues. I think it was a mistake. It was a mistake that ended up in the back of the net. It's not like that. It was a bad. They just started playing bad. Looks really good in a blue sweater. Panger's still a Blue, man. I know he never played for us, but he spent so much. I know he still has a house in St. Louis, right? Still has a house in St. Louis. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube or on Facebook, please put those thumbs up. If you're doing it on YouTube, do it too. I can't see your name, but I appreciate it. Put those thumbs in the air like you just don't care. It all helps. Thank you so much for joining me today on the BlueNote Fan Report as we broadcast live from Honolulu, Hawaii, just a stone's throw from Pearl Harbor. Puppy Bowl. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they've been doing this for 21 years. Oh my goodness. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, new hat. I think you guys asked for that one. Hey, Anthony, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I tell you, the only thing that would have made this better, how about a hat trick? Yeah, we could use one. The only thing that would make this better, and I'm going to stand up to show this, right? Hold on. Okay. So for me, and I'm trying to do this so my mic doesn't fall down. The only thing that would have made this better, and I'm going to drop your comment, bud, right, is if right here they would have started with an arch, and then the arch would have kind of continued in here and in this area, and then met at the top. Like this and this were a banner across the arch, or 3 separate banners across the arch, and that's what you could see. I think if they'd have done that, that would have been cooler. I just thought of another thing. At the top here, the city skyline with the arch and the old courthouse, like the city skyline, right? Or if they dropped the yellow and just put the city skyline over the blue. Just some thoughts. I don't know if you guys like my thoughts or not, but that's what I've heard that Tom Stillman, and again, I don't remember who said this. I don't have he's not a fan of that jersey. I do. I like it. I wish that they would have reverse retroed that one. But this was never an original jersey, bud. This was never an original. This was actually from a minor league team. So, yeah, I'm not there. I'm not there with you. I like the jersey. I just think that they could have done something to make it better. They're showing some of this. Ooh, that didn't work. Here we go. No, it's not the chair, it's the mic. This chair is not squeaky at all. Yeah, this chair's, trust me, this isn't as much of a squeaky chair. What you're hearing is actually the fans. So I didn't like the Fowler trade at first. I thought, stopgap measure doesn't help, but yeah, I'm with you there. A little bit longer intermission. Boo. Yeah, I heard that. He's lip syncing. You always know when they're lip syncing because in the background vocals, you hear their own voice. I don't know, bud. I don't know. I have a problem with rap. Some of these, the thing is with these, it's a lip sync because the acoustics in the stadium for that suck. So they got to lip sync them. So if you got to lip sync them, why do them at all? Yeah, you did, bud. You did. And my issue with Fowler was age. It was that more than anything else. But, you know, with age is experience, and with experience is leadership. And a lot of that is coming through in his play. And not only that, something else is happening. And it happened to another player that came to the Blues. Think about his situation and think of another player who came to the Blues and the coordination between them. Who does that remind you of? What does that remind you of? Let's see if anybody gets it. All right. Right? With Fowler, who does that remind you of? What other trade does that remind you of? There's a big one for me that you're starting to see where it's going to pay off. Where like when you first got it, you didn't think it was going to pay off, and now it does. And you're absolutely right, Chris. I had a feeling you were going to get it, and it's the ORO trade. He was ready. He was ready to quit hockey. He was ready to retire when that trade happened, and it rejuvenated him. I think the same is happening for Fowler. It sounds like it, right? Like originally, St. Louis wasn't even on his list. And the teams on his list they couldn't get traded to. So when St. Louis started showing, oh, I could see that. I thought about that. I thought about that happening. I really did. He talked with his family, and they were like, this might be the move. And you wanted to go to a team that had a future or had your back, and I think these do. And he got here, and they had it from the get-go, right? And he's playing with experienced guys. He's playing with guys that understand how to play, and that he's played against or with in other situations. It's 1,000 games, baby, means something. And if he can play, 100 or so with us, or, play most of at least a full year with us, then yeah, it's going to be worth it. I think it is. Oh man, I'm the jersey's a little warm, guys. Right? I don't know what it is here in Hawaii. I want to say it's in the 80s today, and I know that's going to piss some people off. So it is. Yeah, it's 80 today, which isn't bad. But I'm in a brick room, right? I mean, full on brick room, and the temperature in here stays in here, so it gets. right? So oh, come on, let's get back to the game. Nate Vapon, Brandon White, thank you. You know, he just didn't fit with. He knew he didn't fit with what they were doing anymore, and he wanted to go somewhere where he fit. And what's surprising? You look at St. Louis; they're doing the same damn thing, just differently. And because they're doing it just that much differently, he fits in with what they're doing. Right? They're getting younger in the offense, not the defense. And that's where he fits in. They've got some defensive prospects coming up. And oh, what about the what do you call it? World Juniors, man, Dvorsky. All our prospects have really shined through. Our first round picks, man, they're going to get ready really quickly. Really, really quickly. And I just got this feeling, dudes, the future looks very, very bright for the St. Louis Blues. Right? Big juniors game today. Oh, shoot, I can't breathe. Canada and the USA at 3 o'clock Hawaii time, so about in 2 hours. No one fits in with Anaheim. I don't know if that's true, right? Hey, glad you could come. I know you're working. Glad you could be on. Thank you, Nate. Great. Right now, Switzerland and Chesney are 2-0. Looking at the standings a little bit. Germany's going to have to play in the relegation game against Kazakhstan. Slovakia with Dvorsky is in the third position, so they're going to play the loser of tonight's Chicago-US game. Is that right? Yeah, they'll play the loser of tonight's Chicago-US game. The Swiss will play the winner. Like 5 of the 9 have had good tournaments. Well, see, I have, because of my ears, I have captions on all the time, so it doesn't matter. And I can't, like, if I listen to a song, I have to go pull the lyrics up and bring that out. Stancy has been great. Dvorsky and Petrick on the Slovak team. Steinberg and Linston have been great. Future looks good. Jarek has looked good too with minimal minutes. Our future is bright, right? Our future is really, really bright. I'm not sure what Wayne's laughing at there, but I can't. It's hard for me to listen to music. Actually, I got new hearing aids. Right? They're smaller. They're a little better, and they actually, with the best part is I have a mic that comes with them that goes in my car, and I can put hook on the back seat, and then I can hear, or hook on the front seat towards the rear, and then I can hear people in the back seat better. Right? That was a really, really good thing for me. Actually, I say that the loser, and that's not right, because Finland could get, depending on how it goes out, if the game ends in regulation, Finland will be in second and the loser will be in third. But if the game goes to overtime, it'll be the loser. Oh, okay. I get you now, bud. I just wasn't sure because I was talking about something else, talking about my ears, and I thought maybe you're going there. Thanks for the 12 people that are watching me. Sean Roberts, my brother from another mother up there in Montana. Dude, I am so hoping I get to come see you this summer. I hope I can figure it out, man. I really, really want to go. I'd love if Shockey would go up with me. I think that would be so much fun if we could figure out a way to make that happen. Right? What you talked about this one, he's talking about this comment. That's what he's talking about, Tad. That comment right there. There we go. That's what he was talking about, bud. Yeah, they do the 3-2-1 system, 3-2-1-0 system, right? It's 3 points fishing tournaments. Shock, we could go up there. I want to fish the Missouri Flats. And there's some really good, and that's like more northern Montana than where Sean lives, but it would be it would be so much, man, it would be so much fun. Oh my goodness. And you can, you don't have to trout fish or bass fish a certain, you can fly fish, you can use spinning rods and bait casting rods and all that stuff. I mean, it's all the same, the fish are going to go the same way. I'm learning how to fly fish for all kinds of different, and I've caught a small bass. I've caught bluegill. I haven't caught a crappie yet on a fly, but, it's shagalicious, and we don't know how to play hockey rangers. Oh, he's going to be mad at me. I thought about, I think they do too, but in all actuality, they've done numbers on it and it doesn't change much. Right? But it also, I think if they go to it, it's going to eliminate a lot of the shootouts. Right? Because the value of winning is increased. Right? The value of winning in an overtime is increased, right? That would be fun. The fishing, I got bit by the fishing bug hard. Right. I got that bug bit hard, man. It bit me so hard. The things that I planned on doing, I didn't do because all I wanted to do was drive 45 minutes, 30 minutes to the Busch Nature Preserve to go to a lake that I couldn't catch a fucking thing in and leave completely thrilled. And then I got smart and went to another lake and started catching stuff there. But it's still, it was so much fun. And then being out with Shockey, I got to thank you, man. That first bass, that was huge, man. That was huge. And it was. And the story that goes with it is even better. You aren't going to catch nothing with that. Chris. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's get the game back. I need to win this week bad. I need to have a good week. Really need to have a good week. Not even close, Matt Lowe. Not even close. But I've realized how much fun it was. Yeah, John, you should join. I agree with that. You're a veteran. They'll hook you up and help you out. Right. Some of you've heard it. I figured it out, Tad. So I'm going to tell the story, Chris. Are you cool with that, bud? Are you cool? I need to know you're cool with the story, right? Because it's good. I'll wait. Well, actually, maybe the second intermission. Yeah, that is true. He says it was 4 pounds, but I think it was a 5-pounder. Right. But the reason I lost it was on him. Okay, so he's cool with me telling it, but I'll wait until the second intermission. I'll tell the story of my first bass, and maybe I see if I can TikTok it, bring TikTok up of it, and we'll tell it. It's pretty good. I've tried doing that in Chicago, in Great Lakes. I've tried doing that. I tried snagging, what do you call it? Using a spoon to shag salmon in Lake Michigan. Here we go. Puck drop on the second period. Let's see how the Blues handle this one. Again, stats don't mean much right now.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Shots are 10-7. Well, actually, for the first one I caught, I don't have a good video. A little bit, yeah. I kind of do. I don't have but the second one I got a better video. Oh, I actually do have it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a hook call. That's a hook. Right? Come on, Blues. Let's make it 3 for 3. Uh-oh. It was a mistake that almost ended up in the back of the net. Got to keep this going. Got to make it 3-1. Good play. Come on, let's get this. Need to settle things down. You gave them some momentum and they're coming out with it. You need to settle it down now. No, don't lose the power play, Busch. I like the spirit, but don't lose the power play. Don't lose the power play. Don't lose the power play. Win this one. Oh, nope. But actually losing it may not be bad. Oh, yeah. Sonny D. Sonny D. Thomas. Oh, Sonny just missed. Bolduc back to Busch. Oh, that's a second post Thomas has hit. Oh, puck's loose. Keep whacking at it. Oh, Bolduc. Two for three. But not a bad power play. I mean, it could have been better. They did give up a shorthanded chance. Yep, I said it, bud. I said it. Doink. Crossbar there. Oh, that should have been a cross check on Sonny there. That should have been a cross check there. Oh, Torp lost that one. Good Fowler move. Good move by Fowler. I said that. As soon as it happened. I hope he gets one. I could use it. Oh, by the way, don't forget, in the BlueNote fan report, the Kairu. Don't forget, in the Hawaii Blues fan clan, there is a post. John, you need to go on that and type in the comments bump, so it puts it up top. Pick the points that you think the Blues are going to have. You have until midnight tonight, Hawaii Standard Time, so you got a little extra time. But go on there and pick it. We've got a giveaway to give away. I forget what it is, a blanket or a towel or something like that. But go on, make your picks. I got to make mine. I haven't. I think I know what I'm going to pick. And if there is a tie, I will figure a tiebreaker out later. So we'll figure it out later. And it's going to be the closest without going over. Closest without going over. Price is Right. The closest without going over. Yeah, I like I said, I like them. And I liked them when they came out. Well, we're out shooting them, but we need to be out scoring them too. Oh, good hit, Tucker. Yeah, we only see him 3 times this season. The next 2 times are in St. Louis. We don't play in United Center at all this year. Or hockey. Yeah, his mask is pretty sweet. You know, we were talking, that St. Louis is missing since Bobby died. We're really missing like that cornerstone guy, right? And oh my goodness. I completely lost my place. Okay, so we're at a commercial. So here you go. You get this, and then we'll talk about it later at the first intermission. How's that sound? Here we go. Chris, I got a fucking bass. Right, there you go. Chris, I got a fucking bass. And there's a good story to go with it. It's a really good story to go with it, right? An unused $32 still has a price tag on it. That's what we're giving away. There we go. So that's the video on that. I thought it was pretty good TikTok there. Good story. Actually, the two bass, I ended up catching 2 bass, and I have a good story to go with both of them. Right? Oh, yeah, you know, we don't have that cornerstone guy. And I was thinking, especially with Chase being sick, you know, and that's what happened with the Cardinals. The loss of so many legends and not having anybody behind them to you know, maintain that understanding of what the note of what that means. That what that note means. There's a guy that I think would really energize. There we go. Wow, fucketeers. Wow, what? What a shot. On the face-off. Over. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. What a shot. Woo! Woo! What a shot. That's 2 out of 3 goals from defense. I think Kyrou gets his second. Great set play. What a shot. That was only his second goal of the season. Oh, we got a stick lifted. Oh, he would have had a second there. Nice stick lift by Brody there. Nothing but Falcon net. Well, let's see if we can not make this like the first period where when the second half came around, we couldn't do anything. Yeah. Torp to the box. We got to kill this. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Hall has been active. And I think he's been in an outdoor game before, so. No, he could not have avoided contact. He's right there. Can we get the shorty? Let's see if we can get a shorty. Torpedo coming in hot. I like that. Yeah, I agree. That should. I mean, I get the call, but it probably shouldn't have happened. Got to kill this one. Oh, there we go. 1 on 4. Oh man, it was Navy thought he had it. Probably should have gotten he could have gotten an interference penalty. Drew an interference penalty there too. Right? No, that's you, bud. That's you. I've been giving her the stubby. Good kill. Good kill. Oh, nice play. Now. I do not like them putting up odds during the game. The Folketeers with a great shot. So let's go with let's do this again here. Here we go. Let me play this again. Chris, I caught a fucking bass. I caught a fucking bass. So this was the second day that I was out with Chris. The second time I was out with him, and we had just come around a corner, and there were some weeds, and I had been fishing this thing that like a skirted bait that I thought looked like a frog, but Chris says it's supposed to imitate a bluegill. And I had changed. I wanted to go to like a Texas rigged worm, and I know he had some there, but I didn't realize what I grabbed was a different pole, and it had this really thick worm, white and black worm on what's called a wacky rig. So just in the middle of it. And I grabbed it and I asked Chris, how do I fish this? And he said, you throw it in and you give it a jerk, let it go down, reel it in, give it a jerk. So I did that one time and pulled it in. And as I pulled it in, he says, yeah, but you're not going to catch anything on that one. And he didn't say color, but that's what he meant. I threw it in and I gave it one little jerk. And as soon as I gave it the second jerk, chunk. I mean, pull down, and I'm reeling. I'm going, Chris, and he's just trying to keep it down, keep me calm, and get it in. And I can't remember if he reached in to grab it. I reached in and grab it, but I was just I was ecstatic. You could see it on my face, right? It was white and chartreuse. I thought it was white and black, but it might have been white. But he threw it too. And yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I thought it was more white and black, Chris, but I could be wrong. Oh, wow. Yeah, I am about a minute behind. Nice save, Bennington. Yeah, but Chris changed his colors after that. It was funny. Because I actually thought I was picking up the Texas rigged pole, not that one. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The Blackhawks are 1-5 in outdoor games, and I think they're 0-4 in the Winter Classic. They may have won one of the Winter Classics, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they won one or they won a stadium series. This is their 7th outdoor game. Bennington's. No, this is Shen's 3rd Winter Classic. I think, no, maybe not. I don't think he played in the Winter Classic in 17. I don't know if we had him then. Holloway! From Broberg, and no, that's the Falks was from Boberg and Sundquist. 4-1 Blues. Wow. Wow. All day Holloway. Hollywood. Hollywood Holloway. God, it's so obvious how. What I don't understand is it's so obvious. And I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to talk about this at the intermission. Oh, so would I, man. So would I. I like that. Chris, I just want to know if I was one of the most fun guys you ever fished with. I just want to know that. I mean, maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But I know I was enjoying myself. They're missing what's changed. Big saves, yeah. The defense being active, that's one of the biggest things. Biggest things that Montgomery has changed is allowing the defense to play offense. And really, it's helped. Thomas just missing there. All right. And what it's done is it's made their defense better. Hey, buddy. Buddy, 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 buddy. Oh, God. Oh, God, these commercials. Oh, Happy New Year, too, jackass. I watched the original Den of Thieves yesterday, and that was a lot better movie than I thought it was. It turned out to be really good. I like that. Hey, tell the boys, and I sent a thank you on the text, but tell the boys, if they're watching, Chase, Jackson, and Alex, dudes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then when to call me Uncle Guy, I really did, thank you so much for that. All three of you, it meant a lot. And in fact, I was worried you weren't going to do it, that Bob was going to forget and not have you send it. And I'm so glad that you guys did. Thank you. I know. I'm fucking with you because I love you guys. Matt Lowe, you and me, I know we've never met personally, but you and me are fast becoming just like with JJ. And I've had, we had some issues and things, and we've talked them out, and we've worked with them, and it's really made me feel, you become a really good friend, and I appreciate it. So thank you. All right. That's why I didn't put it up there. I had a feeling you were wrong. We're not in last place. He was being because he knows I'm here in Hawaii for some reason. Even though it's on TNT, I got about a minute delay. But what he doesn't know is that I have my Twitter going, so I know when if there'd have been a goal, it would have showed up on Twitter before he put it up. You're welcome, bud. There it is. Is that Fowler with the second? I think that's Fowler with his second. Could he get a Hattie? Could Fowler get a Hattie in his 1,000th game? Wow. 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 Take him. Take him, Shinner. Shinner, 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 Shinner. Winner, winner, Shinner dinner. Oh, what the. That was a purpose fight there. Captain against captain there. Oh, well, look how far away the penalty boxes are. 5 for fighting. See, now, this is where I like Shin as captain. This is exactly where I like Shin as captain. Christina, thank you. This is where I like Shin as captain. As much as I wanted Thomas as captain, that's not what Thomas would have done. So, I think, yeah, I think for Shin, it was just, he was half-heartedly. It wasn't a purpose fight for him, but he did it anyways. I give him credit for that. That's the type of captain he is, and that's where that's the slight where he had it over Thomas. I don't think Thomas does that. Oh, there's another one coming. Typical Blackhawks hockey. We're getting blown away, so we're going to be fighty. We have no skill, but we'll throw pissed. Typical Blackhawk hockey. I know. Wendy would have hated that statement. 10 people watching tonight. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Each and every one of you out there watching, thank you. This is almost where I'd advocate letting them have another goal. All right. But, I almost like, I like blowing them out. But if they're going to get. Yeah, you were, Shaggy. You liked that trade a lot more than I did. And I'll give it to you. And Shags, I know if you want to jump on with me for the rest of the game, you're more than welcome, Shaggy man. You got the link. Yeah, I agree. He's been in the league that long? Wow. He's been in the league 20 years. Wow. Oh, look at that. Nice chip in. Nice chip in, Holloway. I like that. Get on that cycle. Get on that cycle. Oh, missed it. Thought it was there. Good. Well. I get you, John. I get you. Could he get his second career hat trick? I'd love to see it. I'd also love to see Kyrou get another one. A 3-goal second period for the St. Louis Blues. I said this crowd was going to be close to 50-50, and Chicago wasn't going to like that, but that's what it is. Are 0-4 in the Winter Classic. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I knew they were 1-5 in outdoor games. Shags, come on, man. We want you. Hey, Bob, are the boys watching? I want to know if the boys are watching. Well, we're at the second period, and this is one of those games where shots are 25-18 in favor of Chicago, yet they are down 5-1. The counting after the goals, I love that, man. Love it. Oh, my goodness. I don't think that Fowler, no one touched that. That was just, that puck had eyes. And I give Shen credit for that fight. I mean, he did not have to do that, but that's the type of a captain he is, and that makes it all worthwhile. Shots were 15-11 that period. And you got to remember, for the first 10 minutes, it was all Blues, right? So the fact that this game stayed where it is in the second period, 3 goals for the Blues at the 17-15 mark. The Folketeers get one from Boberg and Sundqvist. And then the Folketeers almost get another one at even strength at 13:34, but it hits the post and Holloway taps it in. Shin on that one, and then Fowler from the blue line. Just a puck that had eyes. Texier helped him out, and the score is 5-1. The rest of the stats, we'll cover them here real quick. I don't know what they're doing for the intermission. St. Louis has, and I'm going to be off on this count, I think, that's 40 attempts to 31. 40 attempts, or 39 attempts for Chicago. So the attempts are pretty close. St. Louis, 15 hits, Chicago, 12. St. Louis, 10 giveaways. That is the one biggest thing that we have to fix. Chicago had 9, 2 takeaways for St. Louis, 2 for Chicago. Block shots, St. Louis block 6, Chicago block 7. St. Louis is winning the faceoff battle, 23-18, 56% to 40%. Shen is at 67%. Thomas is at 64%. Walker is at 71%. Holloway's at 0, and Sundqvist is at 30. Connor Bedard is at 0% on faceoffs. He's -1, has 2 attempts and 2 giveaways. He's over 3 in the circle. Yeah, he's going to be their guy. Oh my goodness. Covers the stats. There were a lot of penalties that period. There were the Shin took the 5 for fighting major. Hall took a penalty for hooking, and Torpachenko also took one for interference. St. Louis is 2 for 3 on the power play. Chicago is 1 for 2. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I'm happy where the game's going. Okay, the boys are watching. Chase, I'm sorry, I don't have one with you in it, but when your dad sends me one, I promise you'll see it here. Okay?
To all Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
And I want to say to Chase, Alex, and Jackson, thank you for the birthday, happy birthday song. Dudes, I appreciate it so much. It meant you guys. It really, really meant a lot to me. Thank you so much for remembering me yesterday. I really, really appreciate it. I just wanted to put that out. The Blackhawks did beat the Penguins in an outdoor game at Soldier Field, but it was not the Winter Classic. Okay, I got it. So you were right in that thinking. I knew it was I knew that what their record was, but I wasn't sure if it was just an outdoor game or if it was like Winter Classic. So that's the only one I didn't know. So thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that. Right. They've been talking about, they've talked about Holloway and how he's shining under this system, and they've talked about the defense. What they haven't talked about is what was wrong before. Now, remember where, and God, Bob's going to fucking hate me. This is that player versus coach debate, right? We had the coach didn't understand what was changing in the game, right? He didn't understand, neither one. We had 2 coaches that didn't understand it. And they tried to play a system that these players weren't comfortable playing in. And I think the players tried to change and just weren't comfortable, couldn't get it. They weren't that type of player. And now that you have Montgomery, who likes playing younger players, who from the moment he got here told Kyrou, told Holloway, told Boberg, told who else was it? Not Tucker, the other guy we had before Tucker, that went down in the minors, told him to play their game, right? Told the defense to be active, to get in there on the offense. And what it's done is it's shored up the defense. It really, really has. And they have an opportunity now, when you look at the schedule, for the next 2 weeks to put themselves in a position of wild card or third place in the division with a winning streak, a long winning streak. They have that opportunity. It's right there. They need to play with this same confidence and the same agility that they've been playing with in this game for the next week. And it's not that, Montgomery came into these guys and says, you have the talent. Use it. And it's working. Shaggy, I will give you credit on this. I did not think the Fowler move was the right move.
What did I tell you? I told you that it was a great move because and I asked you specifically, and I'm going to read it because I think it's important. This is how our conversation went.
Yeah.
I sent you the trade, and then I sent you the ages and how much they're paying these guys. And you said that your defense was really old. And I said that you asked me if I liked them, and I said I don't know. I don't know if the prospect they gave up was worth anything. And you said he was a low end. He's not going to make the team ECHL.
Yeah.
Right away when I hear that, I said that's a great trade. You're getting a guy who, by the way, Cam Fowler, and I know this from fantasy mostly, is a guy that consistently was on the power play for the Ducks, putting up points on a bad team. Okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about really, really bad teams. They're a team that was bad enough that got Zegras in the draft. Okay? So whatever their system, and by the way, my proof that it's a bad system is I think if Zegras was on a different team, he would actually be a star right now. Okay, he got completely misused. They said basically
Zegras? You said Zegras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They completely misused him.
Yeah. That's what happened with the Blues. And I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what I was trying to talk about was I get the coaches' systems and the systems that they were trying to put in, but they didn't have the players, and the GM wasn't giving the coaches those type of players. And if a coach doesn't want to change, it's going to be a failure. And it looked like at first that Bannister recognized that and tried to go with an offensive system, but he didn't make the playoffs. And then he went, oops, I guess that means the offensive system doesn't work, so I'm going back to defense. What you're missing is by the time you got it, it was already in too bad a shape to fix it. Right. And that's what I missed there. Right.
Right. That you have to realize is that the part that Cam Fowler always to me was such a value was the fact that he is a player that was a leader that led a power play, knew what he was doing. He's a veteran, and he's doing it on a bad team. And he now has a better coach than he's ever had. He has better players he's playing with, and he's very experienced when it comes to these things.
He played 20-something games with Anaheim this year. He's played 9 games with us. He has 3 goals. He has those 3 goals.
He has 4. He has 4.
No, he has 3.
Oh,
he has 3 goals.
4.
No, he's got 3. He's only got 3. There was one that they thought he got with Anaheim, but he didn't. It was taken away.
That was okay. That's why I had him down for 4. I didn't really think that.
He's had 3 goals. He's got 3 goals. I'm looking at the score sheet, right? He's got 3 goals, and they're in the last 3 games, 2-3 games. You know, he's this, and I talked about it earlier.
By the way, the thing that if you just want to know a cool stat before tonight's game, Cam Fowler did not have a goal against the Blackhawks in his career.
No, well, he's got 2 now.
Since 2010, he has not had a goal against them. He's had 13 assists, and he has not had a goal against them. He's a -9 in 37 games. So 2 goals.
Hold on. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Let me look here. I got the score sheet that'll cover this. Because it'll do it'll show.
I sent you a link.
It'll show their. Here we go. St. Louis Blues at Chicago, career versus opponent. So here we go. Cam Fowler has played 37 games against the Blackhawks. He has no goals, 13 assists, and was a -9.
And he comes and by the way, and that's all with the Ducks, if I'm correct.
And he had 50 shots.
That's right.
50 shots. Right.
Okay? That's what happens when you go from the Ducks to the Blues.
Right.
You know what that tells you?
I may have to look at that more often. Say again?
That shows you how bad the Duck system is.
right? I don't know what it is, but for me, and I want to say this, I want to talk to this. He says, well, I hope they're turning a corner, but we said the same thing when the previous coach run right away. But the one thing with Bannister that you noticed it this year, right? You noticed it this year. Oh, I didn't even realize that. You need to play I don't want you to do it because I will get muted and taken off, but you need the Beatles song in the background. But I do not do that because I will get, if you play a Beatles song, you will get the video removed.
1 second. What if you play the Beatles song instrumental?
Maybe.
Okay, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. But
what I was getting back to with Bob is Bannister this year started to go with an offensive system, but then changed it to a defensive one rather quickly. Like after the loss against Minnesota, he went to a defensive-minded system, and it really, really, really put the team at odds with him. And the game before he got fired, you had Busch come out and say, we don't practice the offense. You can't win games 3-2, 2-1. And now while they struggled on a road trip, they did struggle on a road trip, right? Lost 3 games on a road trip where they didn't score a lot of goals. They have figured it out here in the last couple of games, right? I think they lost. Did they lose to Detroit? Did they beat Detroit? I can't remember. I want to say they beat Detroit, but I might be wrong. Did they lose to Detroit? God, I can't remember. Why don't I remember that? Guy, why can't you remember things like that? You're supposed to know things like that. When did they play Detroit? That was.
What do you want to know?
No, that was the Lightning game. They lost 3-1 to the Lightning.
Guy, what's your question?
No, they beat Detroit 4-0. I'm wrong. No, well, see, I had talked about, and this is the coach versus players, right? Argument that we've had with Bob a lot. And I understand Bob's a coach of kids, so I get why he does what he does, says what he says. And here we go. This is Shaggy, love the background, buddy. By the way, I put 500 in the Blues to win this game. I feel very good right now. It doesn't have anything to do with the whiskey. What kind of whiskey is Big Bob drinking on New Year's Eve? Oh, he's got a Scotch. I'm almost sure of it. We beat Detroit bad. Yeah, I couldn't remember that. I'm currently in a bottle of Angel's Envy. Yep. Is that a Scotch or a whiskey? Is that a Scotch or a whiskey, Bob? I think that's a Scotch. I had a
bourbon. Angel's Envy. Angel's Envy is bourbon.
For my birthday, which was my birthday was yesterday. Saturday, my wife took me to a restaurant.
Your birthday was yesterday?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. My kid's birthday is today.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your kid. 1 year old, right?
Yep.
You
got it. So I have a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Okay. But I had a Macallan 12.
Oh, that's good.
Right. And it had, and I put, and they brought me a cup of ice so I could put the ice cubes I wanted. So and they had like smaller cubes. So I put like 5 in it, and it was what?
That's good. That's good. It's a good move.
Yeah, just enough. So as you're sipping on it, it's not cutting it, but it's maintaining its style. You know,
Right.
It's maintaining it, and it was just perfect. Oh man, it was the smoothest. Because last year for my birthday, I forget what I ordered, but I didn't like it at all. It was bitter. It was I mean, no matter how much water I put into it, I still couldn't drink it. Right? I forget what I had, but it was not the kind of scotch. And I've had $100 shot of scotch, right?
I've had some crazy bottles in my life.
Yeah.
No, like $100 might be pennies to it.
Yeah.
The hard thing about drinking a really expensive scotch is that
Yeah.
I am not enough of an expert to sit there and appreciate it. And when I've
When
tasted
when you drink the more expensive scotches, right? What you are looking for is a smoothness of it, not the gag.
Sure. The smoothness I got, but I'm a guy that
But it's
likes
the gag reflex. It's the gag reflex.
Correct. But
That, if you get that gag reflex in a expensive bottle of scotch, something is wrong with that bottle.
Let me show you. I don't know if it'll show up. Let me see.
Yeah. And what you say that you don't have the palate.
Check this out. I don't know if it'll show up, but this is a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, Woodford Reserve. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not scotch though, is it? That's whiskey.
It's a bourbon. It's a bourbon.
Bourbon, yeah.
Do you know how many milliliters this is?
No, probably.
This is 1.75 liters.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so I got this on the back is actually my wedding invitation.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. I wonder, Wendy's doing exactly how I thought he would be doing. He's cold, he's wet, and he's miserable.
One second. One second. Could we please somehow contact Wendy to just click on this?
It makes women look a lot more pretty. Kentucky bourbon made in the Mecca.
I'm not a bourbon guy, so that bottle has.
Yeah. Well, that's what I guess that's what he's drinking. But with the scotch, you said that you can't appreciate the taste. If it's smooth enough, you will appreciate the taste.
So like I enjoy the smoothness, and I get some of the things. I enjoy the depth of a drink. Meaning, when I went to a wine place, and I was drinking some of the wines, and they were explaining the tasting and how you taste it and things that you could taste. And it happened to be I was with a party with family there. And it was interesting that when you started explaining things and you start tasting things, you get it.
Yeah.
Some of these fancier bottles, we don't have enough of a tongue that I'm going to sit there. And when they say there's a hint of cinnamon, that I'm
I get that.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like you're discussing hockey, Shaggy. Robert.
Oh, wait a minute. Listen to this. This just came out from NHL Public Relations. Cam Fowler is one of 10 defensemen in the NHL history, one of 10 to score in their 1,000th career game, and became just the second to score twice, joining Chris Phillips, who had 2 goals on February 9th, 2012. Way to go, Cam Fowler. Way to go, Cam Fowler. Right? Here we go. This is also what they put out. Cam Fowler also became the first defenseman to score twice in an outdoor game. The only 2 players that have recorded a hat trick are Tyler Toffoli in 2020 and at a Stadium Series game, and David Pastrnak 3 and 21, and it says LT. I'm not sure what that means.
Uh-huh.
All right, Jerry Bradshaw. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, buddy? What you were seeing, Shag, from the Blues, and I'm gonna piss you off right now, right? And I'm gonna do this.
It's hard to piss off a guy who's already down in the dumps.
Okay, I'm gonna do this because I love you so much. Right?
Oh, okay. By the way, just because Robert decided to rip into me, I'm so happy that he's the gatekeeper of what's an actual appreciation for hockey and whiskey. So if he has such an expertise, he should please let me know that he has such an expertise. So if Robert feels like I don't have a good appreciation for the whiskey and hockey, Robert, you're a Blues fan.
So back to what I was saying. What you're seeing tonight on the ice is what Ranger fans wish they were seeing. We are playing the type of game skill-wise that the Rangers should be playing, and they're not. Rangers.
One second, guy. Let me clean up what you said. Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think I understand what you're saying, but I think it has to be clarified. I don't wish that they're playing like this. I wish they were playing with the energy and the fight and the want that they're playing at. Because the actual scoring and stuff, this Ranger team should have that. Okay, that's not something you could compare team to team. This team has enough talent on it that it should easily be, put out. But when it comes to just taking a team and getting them to just play for you,
it looks like Chicago's going on a power play.
One of the things that I called
Busch to the box.
One of the things I called earlier this year was like the Utah making the playoffs, and Utah has played pretty well.
Oh, that wasn't a trip. That was not a trip. I mean, well, it was, but it wasn't.
By the way, for those that do not know, who wants breaking news? I don't know if it's
Say
breaking
again?
to you. You want breaking news, but it's not breaking to you, possibly. You want I don't know if you saw this, so then I have to figure out if you saw this.
Yeah. Hey man, can you adjust your mic a little bit? I'm getting, it's not an echo, but it seems like it sounds like this, like your mic's really, really far away from you.
I got you.
So it's making it a little hard for me to, you know what I mean? Sorry about that, Shag man.
What are you being sorry for? I got you. I didn't set up my mic, so I was using my computer mic.
Yeah.
So just got to get my mic set up correctly. What I was gonna
Yeah. And Bob was joking with you, Shags. I know you know that. But
hey, believe me, Robert should know better than to start up with a Ranger fan that's pissed off.
Yeah, that's much better.
How do you call it? Yeah, this mic is ridiculous. So for those that don't know, Shesterkin is going to the IR.
He is? For what?
He has an upper body injury, and we don't have a outlook yet.
You know what yesterday was for Shigerskin?
What?
Yesterday was his birthday. Me and him have the same birthday.
Yeah. Do you know there's an advantage to him going on IR now? What's the advantage? What's the advantage?
You get to try out younger goalies?
No, they're bringing up a veteran, Louis Domingue, and Jonathan Quick's the starter.
Oh, you're bringing up Jonathan Quick. Well, you're bringing up some. I mean, you have some experience and leadership in goal. But it's not like you were losing. I mean, you don't lose the leadership of goal, so that's
right. But the advantage I think that we get now is nobody could blame Shesterkin. No one could use it and say, let's depend on Shesterkin. The best, we have Shesterkin.
Oh, yeah.
So now you have to go out there
and circle of trust thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it now.
Maybe this is a way, I know this is crazy to say, to possibly turn around a season when you could just no longer have some of your advantages, and then you suddenly have to find yourself. This team played better against Florida last night. They played much better. They started a little slow, but they got on their heels, and some guys showed up, and they just now have to put it together. Look, I'm just telling you, I've seen crazier things happen. When the Oilers started off bad last year, we all went, funny, McDavid's going to want to trade. And then they fired their coach. They brought in Knobloch, and Knobloch turned this team around. Who says that can't happen again? Who says the Rangers don't? I'm not saying Laviolette's the problem. Who says they don't fire Laviolette, bring in a different guy, and say, hey, let's see what you got. I know Laviolette maybe is not the problem, but maybe the room needs to be a little bit, taken apart without, any, already connection with the coach. I find that sometimes these players, you have a certain connection with the coach, and the coach tends to give you a little bit of a friendly nod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They give you the minutes that you want or things like that. Zibanejad only got sad in the power play once since he's done this.
Well, I mean, that's what's happening in St. Louis. Montgomery has a connection with Kyrou and Thomas, Buchnevich, Shin, and he listened to him. The Blue. I mean, I've seen so many people say, we have a mediocre, talented team. I'm sorry. I don't think we have a team that has as little talent as you think we do.
First of all,
right?
I've always said this, and especially with the Blues, you have a center on your team okay, in Robert Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
who I believe is so underrated.
It's what? Underrated?
Is completely underrated.
I agree.
And people don't realize that on a team last year that went through what they went through, he was able to put up ridiculous numbers.
I do think he's underrated. I think Kairu's underrated, right? And one of the first things that Montgomery came in and he had conversations with Bolduc. He had conversations with Kairu, with Thomas, with Holloway, with Boberg, with the younger guys, and he told them, play your game, right? Play your game, and let's not worry so much about the defense and all these. Play your game. And when you tell a guy to play his game, you know what you take? Oh, you take something out of the game. Do you know what you take out of the game?
Well,
I want to see if you get this. I really do, and I want to see if anybody else gets this. When you tell a player in this situation, when you tell a player, Jim Campbell, yeah, Jim, we that place doesn't exist anymore, bud. I don't think it's the first one. I think Boston and Chicago. Well, first one where they played in the Winter Classic as a rematch. But I think Boston and Chicago played. Well, they played a Stadium Series. No, they played a winter. They played two. I think they played two Winter Classics, didn't they?
I don't think so. I thought this was the first.
Okay, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But
I went to the last year. I went to last year's Rangers
in outdoor games.
I went to last year's Rangers Islanders and outdoors, and that was a crazy game if you remember. And
yeah,
the sound of MetLife Stadium screaming "Let's go Rangers" and their goal sound was so loud.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. And the fact that they won the way they won, and by the way, my in-laws are Islander fans, and they are with me.
So what the question I was asking, it was okay at a golf tournament. The question I was asking was, when you tell a player to play his game, you take something out of the game. Do you know what you take out of the game? And it's really, really important. Oh, he couldn't get to it. Bolduc couldn't get to it. You take something out of the game, and you might think it's a bad thing to take out of the game, but it's not. You know what? And do you know what you take out of the game when you tell a player to play your game?
You take out most of the thought process. You have to just focus.
Exactly. You take his head out of the game. You take his head. You take the thinking out. It becomes instinct.
Like I've always said this with Ovechkin. Ovechkin, if you look at the way he plays, you would say to yourself, you can't succeed in the NHL that way. You can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I agree.
Robert, I know when I'm down in the dumps, and as a Ranger fan, we get enough heat from Devils fans. That, it's been this way. Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't come onto a Blues feed if I felt like I was going to be harassed. I feel like, Robert, you sort of need to cover over all your sorrows with hating on mine. Right. So what was I saying? So yeah, you sort of, when you stop playing the game and you start getting in your head and stuff, you sort of have to take it out.
2-on-1. Oh, he missed it. I don't know. I think Bennington might have got a piece of that, and I'm not sure. No, when you start playing on instinct, what happens is your brain becomes more engaged, and behind the scenes, it's not, I need to do this. It's your brain going, do this. You don't think. Your brain immediately goes, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. This is what we've been trained to do. Your training kicks in.
So this is
right.
This is
it's why the military.
This is a part of hockey that people don't realize is
like
when I was mentioning with Ovechkin, you have to play your game. You have to have a style of play, and you have to know how to use it in order to create scoring chances and play good defense and be a good hockey player. And I
Oh, yeah.
watch guys like Chris Kreider, who has deflected pucks left and right and has done that for his entire career. And suddenly now he's not getting those. Then I say to myself, has he gone away from his game? Has he
Yeah. Or as a coach coached him away from his game.
Correct. Whichever way, is it the coach? Is it maybe other players saying you have to do more? Is it him trying to do more because things are not happening? You know what I mean? Like those are things that happen when your team is down. People tend to change themselves. This is a common thing, by the way, with almost every creature in the world. When they are down, when you're being beaten, you tend to change. You give in more. You start to change what you can and can't do. People start to
you go away from because you think what you were doing wasn't working. So you go away from what you know.
But even if it is, if you think it was working, if you think that the team is still not winning with you doing it, and you say, "Hey, I need to do more," so then you say, "Hey, you know what? Before I wasn't so physical on defense. I'm going to get more physical." And suddenly you're taking penalties more. Suddenly you're pushing the puck the wrong direction.
Yeah. Hold on a second, Shags. They have the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins singing "Take Me Out to the Ballpark." I kind of wish Bill Murray would have done this. And you're right about him. Somebody said he had a cold, and I agree with you. He does. You can hear it in this.
That's pretty cool. You a fan of Billy Corgan?
Of who? No, I didn't know who the Smashing Pumpkins were. I mean, I've heard of them, but I couldn't tell you a Smashing Pumpkins song.
Are you a Billy Joel guy?
Huh?
Are you a Billy Joel guy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How about what's your favorite song by Billy Joel?
Two of them, Piano Man and The Entertainer. For
me, it's Piano Man and We Didn't Start the Fire.
We Didn't Start the Fire. I like that one, but that's a gimmicky song to me. For me, from him, I think it's one of the most songs. Another song that I really like is River of Dreams. Right? I like his story songs, like River of Dreams, the Downeaster Electa, Allentown. He is one of those singers like Grateful Dead that sing story songs, and I love that.
I love the fact that his songs are the beats are unique. His lyrics are unique.
Yeah. Right.
Eddie Olczyk.
Yeah, they had him out there. Well, we're 4-on-4 at the moment. So,
what's your timing, by the way?
Say again.
What's your time?
I am at 12 minutes.
Okay, so we're at the same thing.
I'm at 12 minutes, but for me, it's almost like a minute delay because I'm getting the text about things happening about a minute before they happen. So, but I'm watching TNT. I know some Spectrum delays their cable channels. Some of their live events, Spectrum delays.
Yeah,
them.
Optimum does the same.
Like on Center Ice, it's a 2.5 minute delay. Right, and I've complained about it, but they say there's nothing they can do about it, which is bullshit. But it's a 2.5 minute delay. I mean, and it's one of the reasons I almost stopped doing the show until I realized that on ESPN or on ESPN it was a lot closer. I was like really close to what people were watching. Oh, I like that jacket. God, I wish it wasn't a grand though. You see that jacket that Montgomery's wearing?
Oh yeah.
I like that. It's leather. But it's a grand. It's a really nice jacket. Really sleek, white with the blue sleeves.
He probably didn't choose it out, to be honest.
Huh?
He probably didn't choose it out.
Right. Well, I mean,
Under Montgomery,
you can buy
8-5-3.
Say again.
Under Montgomery, 8-5-3.
Oh yeah. Actually, you might be a little behind because that thing's already been up for me.
Yeah, I am behind. I'm like,
I'm at 10:48 right now.
yeah. So you're ahead of me. I'm not sure why
Yeah.
you're ahead of me.
And it's different cable companies put different delays on these things.
Right. Let me see if I can actually.
Are you watching it online or are you watching it on a cable?
Yeah, I'm watching it online.
Oh yeah. Well, on TNT cable, it might be closer to the same.
Right. Let me try to get closer in
Right.
time. I also believe that where you are, you tend to also.
Well, I don't know. You're a lot closer to Chicago than I am.
Right. I went to Chicago once. I went to Iowa.
Yeah.
What time are you at?
I am at 10:04.
Okay, so
Blues just crossed into the blue line.
Yeah. So you're 10 seconds ahead of me.
I'm 10 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot better than what it was before.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I pushed it.
I was almost a minute ahead of you. Shots are 26-22 in favor of Chicago. They are 3-1 this period in favor of St. Louis.
I once went to the Chicago White Sox game.
Yeah.
And we it was a doubleheader, so we went to the first game, didn't stay for the second game. We didn't have time.
Yeah.
We had a wedding that night. So I went with like my whole family. Like we're like 20 people, and we're sitting first base line, like dugout, like right there. And the entire time we was screaming things at the first base coach. And then the White Sox were at Cleveland, and they were playing, and our whole family was there. And that same first base coach was there and started screaming, and he recognized who we were. It was fantastic. You at all going to keep up with the Cardinals this season?
I did a little bit. They've got an issue that's going to take a long time to fix.
Hey, we appreciate that you guys don't want Goldschmidt.
What?
I appreciate that you guys didn't keep Goldschmidt.
Well, the thing that's wrong with the Cardinals, and it's something that I'm worried about that's happening to the Blues, is they've lost their alumni. The Cardinals lost Brock. They lost Gibson. They lost Suter. They lost another. I can't remember who else, but Mike Shannon. They lost all of these like Cardinal way guys. Like the only Cardinal way guy that's still there is Ozzie Smith, right? And because of that, the locker room, they don't have that feeling in the locker room. And you also lost Pujols. You lost Yadier Molina. You lost Wainwright. Guys that were there for a really, really long time. Have started in the bleachers yet. I doubt it. I don't think you'll hear that. You might, but and with the Blues, the losing of Bobby Plager, and now with Kelly Chase being sick with leukemia, Willie is still here. Yeah, but I don't think that he's Willie. I really don't know if he's that guy though. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and because I'm not in St. Louis, I couldn't tell you. But the fact that you've lost so many, and it just feels like with St. Louis that the loss of Bobby Plager hasn't been replaced. And I know Chase tried to, but with him not being there, and I said I was going to talk about this. The guy that I think, Torpachinko, a second penalty. The guy that I think should replace or could replace him and could be more of a voice in St. Louis and a voice for the alumni is Tony Twist.
Here's the thing. When you talk about St. Louis baseball, they've always were a team with star pitching, and they were technically sound. That was one of the things that always made them so good. They were technically sound.
Yeah, and they've gotten away from that.
And,
you need to go?
And they've gone away from that. No. I was telling my wife, my kids sleep. My wife wanted to know if she could go into the room.
Okay.
So basically, she's actually going out now to a party.
Okay.
I'm not a party guy necessarily. So basically, the interesting thing is that I found that nowadays baseball is changing from year to year so quickly, and
Yeah.
you have to realize that now
Oh,
people are
that hurt.
less dependent on.
Ooh.
That was a good hit.
I don't know who scored that. Bertuzzi or Seth Jones.
Good one. What?
Or
I'm
no,
like a second behind.
Bertuzzi.
Maybe that
Tyler
was
Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi makes it 5-2.
former Blue. Former Blue.
Was he?
Yeah, I think Bertuzzi was on the Blues.
Was he? I don't remember Bertuzzi playing for the Blues. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me check. I thought I remember him for a season with the Blues.
I could look it up here real quick.
I think I'm wrong.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm wrong.
remember.
No, sorry. He was Red Wings, Bruins, Leafs,
Yeah.
Blackhawks. Right.
Yeah. The only former Blue that the Blackhawks have on their team right now is Pat Maroon. Oh, they don't have any life. And St. Louis needs to go and get that goal back. St. Louis needs to go and get that goal back. They need to go and get that goal back for me.
Nick Leddy played for both teams.
Say again?
Nick Leddy played for the Blackhawks.
Yeah. Oh, but Letty's not. Letty's injured.
I'm just saying, if you take like players
All right,
of
pass that back.
recent, he played for the Blackhawks. Brendan Saad played for the Blackhawks.
Yeah. I knew we had two. We had Letty and Sod. I don't think we have anybody else.
If I remember correctly, let's see.
The majority of the guys that are on our team are our players, right? Right. I mean, there's very few exceptions, but the majority of the guys that are on our team are our players.
Is Glenn Hall the greatest player to play for both teams?
No. He could be. I take that back. He could be. I can't think. I'm trying to think of who else has played for both teams. He could be. Right. He could be. I guess Bedard got a point there. Yeah, he did. He got an assist. Yay, Bedard got an assist. Yay. Getting beat 5-2. $7:23 to go. You're not pulling a goalie. That's not going to happen in a Winter Classic at this stage. I cannot see Chicago pulling a goalie.
No, I could. You're
could?
outside. You're outside.
Down by 3?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't do it necessarily because they think like it'll win. Like it's outside. You have your fans watching. Why not try to make it a game?
I don't know.
I would do it.
I think that
I would pull my goalie now. I would pull it now. 7 minutes to go. I'd pull it now.
Yeah, you're asking for an ass whipping then.
No,
You're giving Fowler his hat trick if you're pulling the goalie now. You're just saying, "Hey, Fowler, come get your hat trick."
Like at a certain point, maybe 5 minutes left.
Danny Johnson. Sorry, Shaggy. We missed you, buddy. I actually thought you were mad at me for something, man. I thought I did something and you were upset with me. We have missed you on the show, Danny. Sorry, man.
Oh, no problem. Who's Danny?
Right. If you come on the show and aren't used to me walking over you by now, you're in trouble.
Look, I have Binnington in fantasy, so he just
so do I.
Yeah, he's just got to shut this down.
Yeah, at this point, I don't need him to give any more up.
Yeah, this is
okay, buddy. I just worried, man. I was worried that I upset you or something. So thank you, Danny. You look at who's on the Blues right now, and the majority of them are Blues players. I think more than half of the Blues are their system players, guys that have come up through them system.
Either system or players that have been long enough on the team.
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking draft picks, guys that have only played with the Blues, right?
I mean,
Either they were
there are a lot
drafted
of
by
guys
the
who
Blues.
didn't.
Huh?
I just named you before, Letty and Saad or not.
Letty and Saad or not, but that's only two. Thomas, Kyrou, Bennington, Bolduc, Hofer, Pareko.
What round did they draft Hofer?
Huh?
What
Third.
round?
Third
Round?
Who did you say? Did you say Pareko?
No, Hofer.
Hofer might have been a 4th round pick. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised. He's played like a first rounder.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he
Askarov has not played that crazy good yet.
Yeah. Hofer was like a 3rd or 4th round pick.
I still believe. Have a good time. I still believe that Hofer is going to land up being the starting goalie quicker than you think.
Midway through next year, I could see it, but not before then.
I don't think Binnington's going to be washed. I just think there's going to be a certain point when the Blues are going to say to Binnington, especially if this year doesn't land up being a playoff year, that we need to take the next step, and you're moving. You're just going to get less time, and we need Hofer to get more starts. I don't think that they're going to actually make Binnington the official backup, but you're going to see a split of Hofer with Binnington next year.
I could see that. Right now, it's 3-1. Oh, there we go. Bober or Texier makes it 6-2. I thought he missed the net at first, but he was able to crawl it and come back.
I actually thought when
6-2.
Binnington had the puck behind the net that he was going to go shoot it.
Yeah. 6-2. And now Fowler doesn't get his hat trick because now there's no way they pull the goalie.
You know, what's funny about that is when you watch
Texier,
play, he felt so stupid.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it to that right side. And Montgomery's not even cheering. Montgomery's just still all business.
Yeah, he's stoic. He is stoic. I will give him that.
He'll be excited when they're done.
When they win.
If they win and when they win.
When they win now. Yes, she does. She does. We need Fowler to get one. Get that hat trick. We only have one hat trick this year.
How?
And that was Holloway. Yeah, we only have one hat trick, and Holloway just got it 2 games ago.
By the way, is it Texier or is it Teixeira?
What? I thought it was Texier.
Yeah, Texier.
I've heard it as Texier. I could be wrong.
Let me find that.
Oh, Suter was right there. They're pounding the net. They're pounding the net. It feels like because the D's activated in the offense that the puck control has increased, right? Because they're activated, and that's the difference. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, how's that not interference? How is that not interference on Shin there? That was absolute interference on Shin. It's a 5-6-2 game. They're not going to call it with 2:50 to go.
That's
2:20 to go.
That's your answer, guy.
Yeah. There we go. At 2:20, they're not. Yes, they are 2-0 in Winter Classic wins. They're about to become 3-0. And the Blackhawks, who are playing in their 7th outdoor game and their 5th Winter Classic, are about to go 0-5. So maybe NHL, we don't put just Blackhawks in the outdoor games anymore because while you think they're a draw, they lose.
Yeah,
and they're not good games.
They're just going to say Connor Bedard.
Right? Because this honestly wasn't a good game. It was a good game in the first period.
Do you think Celebrini is going to land up being better than Bedard?
He has a chance. He's I think. Well, first of all, I think Celebrini. I still feel like, and I know I've heard people talk about Bedard having an off season this year. I've always said that I thought that this guy's size was going to eventually catch up to him, right? And you have, I mean, Celebrini, I don't know. I think that Celebrini, skill-wise, may not be as skillful as Bedard, but he has enough size and other, intangibles to go with the skill. And that's what I think that Bedard's missing.
Though, in my opinion, it's going to be it's the difference between a guy like Bedard, who I think is going to consistently put up great numbers, to a guy like Celebrini, who I think will have a better effect on his team.
Meaning, yeah, I agree.
Celebrini's way that he carries himself and the way he treats his team seems to, especially a San Jose team that was down in the dumps, compared to Bedard just doing his thing, it's almost like a guy. It almost reminds me of like McKinnon to McDavid, not literally their play. The idea that McKinnon could do what he could do, yet he's never considered the best player in hockey, even though, like, Bedard will be the McDavid, meaning everyone will talk about Bedard, but everyone will know that Celebrini's number 2.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be a question. There's college football tonight as well, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Blues came out. Blues play well in these outdoor games. See, this is what surprises me. And I always thought this, right? Like, the Blues didn't play. The outdoor game started in 2008. And the Blues didn't play in one of these things until 2017, 9 years. And then they had the Stadium Series, too. They started the Stadium Series. The Blues are a big draw. They have been for a long time. And the 3 Winter Classics they've been in, and then they've been in the coldest Winter Classic. They traveled really, really well to that game. And, Busch Stadium, that was, well, it wasn't, I've seen rankings where it's not ranked super high for the game, but the atmosphere of Busch Stadium was ranked super high, right? The Blues have done well in winter games and are in outdoor games, and I think that they should. Hopefully that they'll show you'll draw more, right?
Right.
I wish this was being played on New Year's Day, not New Year's Eve, but there's nothing I can do about it. I know why they did it. They did it so they weren't competing with the college football playoffs. But I don't think that's why last year's game didn't get the attention that, didn't get the eyeballs. It was the matchup. That matchup was too early, right? Seattle and the expansion teams, there was no.
Yeah, but everyone wanted to see.
Even me, as a diehard hockey fan, I was not excited by that matchup.
I really wanted Colorado, St. Louis.
I'm waiting for that one. I think that should be played at Arrowhead Stadium.
I think that would be. I would want. Yeah, I would go. Why not? Then what about the Broncos Stadium?
No. I want to see that. I want to see that at Arrowhead. That's right between them. And there we go. And the Blues take this one. We don't get the hat trick that we wanted, but the Blues take this one 6-2 and show the Blackhawks who's ball. The St. Louis Blues are 3-0 in Winter Classics. Player of the game for me. It's going to be the man who played in his 1,000th game. He will be my first star. That would be Cam Fowler with 2 goals. The game-winning goal goes to Justin Falk at 7:15 of the second period. His assist from Boberg and Sundqvist gives him the game winner. Blues just played a good game tonight, and I love that they do the handshake after the end of this one. It's a game the Blues needed. It's a game that really, really soccer stadium would be best for the fans. I don't know about that. The problem with the soccer stadium, you're only getting like 22,000 in it. And they want these stadiums because you can get the 40,000 and the 50,000 or the 70,000. And so that's why I don't know if that would do. I think you did, Aaron. You might have. I don't remember, but you might have, buddy. Shots ended up being 30-28. So Blues kept it close. They took 10 in the third. St. Louis was 2 for 3 on the power play. Chicago was 2 for 4. Their second goal was a power play goal. I didn't realize that. From Texier's second goal was a power play goal. So both their goals come on the power play. 5-on-5, St. Louis dominated. They may not have had the shots, but they definitely dominated large portions of this game. And now they've got an opportunity here. I'll bring this up in a second. Their next games after today, and give me a moment to bring this up. So they win today, right? After losing to Buffalo in the last game. Their next series of games, and let me get this in here. On Friday, they play Ottawa at home. Then they play, is that at home? Yeah, at home. I think so, yeah. They play Ottawa at home. Then they play on Saturday. They play the Columbus Blue Jackets away. Then they're at Minnesota. Then they have the Ducks, and then they have the Blue Jackets again before they have 2 games against Calgary. You could really get yourself a streak going with the only tough game until the first Calgary game. And they play Calgary back-to-back at home. So play them at home, day off, play them at home again. But you play the Minnesota game. That's the one tough one that's in there. And that's a game where you could really, really, really set yourself up to say, hey, we're going to be going, coming into this, at the end of the month, the Four Nations thing, we're going to be a team to reckon with. And I think they could be. And I think Montgomery can make them that team. So that's what I've got. What do you got before we close it out there, bud?
I think 2 things. One, Blues showed tonight that possibly this is a team that's going to take bad teams to the bathroom. And they're just going to destroy some of these bad teams. And
I hope so.
And when you see that, that's a positive sign of growth, of when you see a bad team not being able to produce anything against the team, and it's a consistent basis like that, that's a very big positive. Number 2 is you see what Montgomery has them playing. He's 9-5-3 now since he's taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself, even, in the next 10 games, get yourself 8-2.
Right. You're
17.
You're 8 points. You're 8 points behind Minnesota, and they have 2 games in hand. With this stretch coming up, you could put yourself to where you're now sitting close to where they are. You could be third. You could end up being third in the division.
You need to get within 4 points of the Wild.
Of the what?
Of the Wild. And with
the Wild
out right now, you don't know how long. That could be very possible.
Biggest thing that hurts the Blues is they do not have games in hand. Dallas, they're 3 points behind Dallas. Dallas has 4 games in hand. The Avalanche, they're 4 points behind the Avalanche. The Avalanche have 2 games in hand.
Games coming up, does that even out?
What?
With the games coming up, will they get games in hand?
I don't know. We seem to play a lot of games. I don't think it evens out until after the Four Nations.
All right.
So, but and again, in all honesty, you're 2 games away
the game against Columbus, the away game against Columbus, that's your midway point. That's your 50% of the season.
Right.
And if you're at, let's say you win them both, you're at 44 points. That's 88, and that's not a good place to be. So you've got to have a much better second half of the season than you did a first half of the season. Because for me, at the halfway point, you should be at 50 points. At that game 41, you should be over 50 points. That's where I think you should be, and they're not. And they're going to have to really, in the second half, first of all, they need to win the next two in front of them. But in the second half, they got to put the foot down and make things happen, and get to the place that they need to be. If you want to be, if you want to be a playoff team, you got to start playing like a playoff team now. And hopefully tonight it showed. They did make mistakes tonight. One of the mistakes ended up in the back of the net. The other mistakes they were able to cover, but they gave up to 2 goals to a team that they shouldn't have given up any goals to. But it's a win. It's in a showcase game, and it gives them a chance to take things to a better level. So let's hope they do. That's all I can say about that.
This is one of the outdoor games that I feel like, for Blues fans it's exciting. For NHL fans, it was like, come on.
Yeah. Right. It was a bad, well, I mean, I know it's a rivalry game, but it's a period where both teams aren't good, but the difference between they're not good is pretty steep. Right. And this is looking at it with a magnifying glass or a microscope, an electron microscope, instead of a far off view, because in all actuality, and I say this all the time, the difference between the top team in the league and the bottom team in the league is minuscule, right? When you look at it with an electron microscope, it shows differently, but in all actuality, the difference is minuscule. So, Shags, thanks for joining me for the second half of the second half. Great. Go enjoy your kids tonight. Hopefully your wife doesn't have too much fun at her party.
or maybe she should.
And well, if she's having too much fun, she's not going to be your wife too much longer.
Oh no, that's not in my world. In my world, in my life, that's not how it works. She drove there, so I highly doubt she's. Unless I get a call like, "Hey, your wife's slam drunk. Come pick her up." If she is slam drunk, I will be proud of her. But she probably is not. So she's good.
Well, have a happy New Year, Shaggy. It was great to have you on. Thank you so much. Bedard had a. You know what? Before we go, I want to go over this. The great Connor Bedard. This was his stat line. Are you ready for this?
Let's go. You got it. You got to announce it.
He had an assist for a point. He was -1. He had 21 minutes and 5 seconds on the ice, 26 shifts. He had 1 shot, 3 attempts, 2 giveaways, and was 1 for 4 in the faceoff circle for 20, or 1 for 5 in the faceoff circle for 20%.
How many minutes did he play?
21.
That's not a lot.
He was second on the team. Vlasic, the defenseman, had 23, and I don't see anybody else in the guy.
It's still not a lot.
Seth Jones had 20, so he was second. Right. Blues ice time leader, just for comparison, Cam Fowler had 25 minutes on the ice.
There you go.
2 goals.
They were probably trying to get in the hat trick at the end.
Yeah, 2 goals for 2 points +1, 33 shifts, 2 shots, 4 attempts, 1 block shot. So that was his stat line. Okay, bud, I'm going to let you go.
All right. Awesome. Have an amazing night.
You too, bud. Thank you. Hey, everyone. This is Guy, the Y Blues fan. For Shaggy saying aloha, mahalo, I love you, and we will see you on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Aloha, mahalo, and have an amazing, amazing 2025. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for following the Blue Note Fan Report and being my friend. Shen asked for the fight. Oh, that's cool. That's even better. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for following the show. When I'm at my lowest of low, you bring me to my highest of highs. I appreciate each and every one of you. To all of those who wish me a happy birthday, I say again, thank you. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you next year.